Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Thank everybody for staying with us. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial to be down with the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. Thank y'all, everybody, for staying with us at this time. As we do every single week, we profile a missing and or exploited child on our show. Getting into it a little bit later in the show than we normally do, but we get into it now. Relisha Rudd has been missing since March 19, 2014. We know that her kidnapper has since been dealt with, but she is still missing from Washington, D.C. Her date of birth is October 29, 2005. She's an 8-year-old black female who stands 4 foot tall and weighs 80 pounds. I've got pictures of Relisha Rudd on our Ain't No Half Step on Marcus J fan page. I'm going to be sending those here very shortly, as well as the Legacy Internet Radio page, as well as all of our personal pages. Ain't No Half Step on Marcus J will profile a missing and or exploited child. Every single week we're on the show for the lifetime of our show here on Legacy Internet Radio. Relisha was last seen on March 19th, 2014. If you have seen her, please contact the National Center for Missing and or Exploited Children on their website, missingkids.com, or call them by phone at 1-800-THE-LOST, 1-800-843-5678, or contact your local authorities. Please help to bring this young child home. Ain't no half step at Marcus J. At this time, we are happy and ready to bring our sister to the microphone, the dating pool diva, who every single fourth Monday leads us in the Diva Diaries. And so tonight, of course, is no different. We got my sister, the dating pool diva. What you got, girl? You ready to rock? You ready to rock and roll and ready to lead us in the Diva? Song on? Your song is on. You really ask me every single time you hear, is my song on? And have I ever not played your song? Yeah, your song is on.
Diva.
Yeah.
I have a really good line. Oh, that's my song. Hold on. I got to take a break. I can't hear it.
You don't need to hear it. The listeners can hear it.
Okay. I have a heavy lineup today.
So vain.
I'm so vain.
I'm feeling provoked.
I'm vain.
I'm feeling provoked.
I'm vain. We'll see how vain I am after I get to post my pictures of you on Facebook. Go to Author Charisma, Dashika Miller, if you want to see Marcus J in his rare element. Anyway, how you doing, Marcus?
I'm fabulous.
Are we still provoked?
I'm very provoked, and you know I'm not above the practical joke, and I'm one of those people who never ever loses. So because of what you did to me a little while ago, just know that it's on.
That's why you got my back. Okay.
Ain't nobody scared of no that's why. Hey, you do your little girl power. Everybody think about your little
don't be afraid.
punk ass girl power. Make me sick with y'all.
I'm Buttercup, the Powerpuff Girl.
Really?
Watch out.
And I'm
Buttercup.
Superman. I can squash you like a bug.
You know Superman works for Batman, right?
Now you're not your damn mind.
Excuse me, but you could Google it.
I don't want to talk to her no
Bing
more.
it.
She's in the doghouse with me. I'm feeling provoked.
Superman works for Batman.
I'm feeling provoked. All right, Diva, what you got?
All right, I have what I want to add to the Diva Diaries, because I do all kinds of things. I do my blog book, I do letters, I do different things. This time I want to add trending topics to my lineup, and these are trending topics from the Love Revolution blog on Facebook, so you can check it out there. My first trending topic that we really got, I wouldn't say heated, but excited about yesterday was women proposing. Is it okay? Is it ideal for a woman to propose to a man? And since you already, you fired up, Jay Grizzly, I'm going to start with you.
Man, I saw that post the other night. What was it? Yesterday?
Yesterday. Two people posted 2 different pictures.
Really?
Or a video and a picture.
Your picture though set it off. Because I saw a woman,
Right.
a sister,
A sister.
on her knees, asking a brother in a pink shirt
With a pink shirt on and a gray vest.
hey, shout out to the pink shirt wearing brother to marry him. As I said, something's wrong with the picture. Something ain't right about that. Now, I'm a progressive, damn right liberal, but I know one thing. A man is supposed to propose to a woman, and a woman not supposed to propose to a man in their hand in marriage. Now, maybe she was being a thought and said,
Oh my God.
I'm asking you, do you want some of this or something? I don't know, but that's just not the way. I can't, I don't want to say the way because nobody knows the way, but that didn't sit right with me. Like, a sister should not be proposing to a man. A man should be asking the woman's hand in marriage. Bottom line, if you got an opposing opinion, I'm curious to know. And I think you had some post on it.
Yeah, it was a lot of women surprised.
I ain't had no problem with it.
That were like, cool, it's
That's
2014, and
no,
I
that's
don't
thirst.
mind, I'll do it with my man.
No, that's
what
thirst.
You think,
that's
SY?
thirst. Would you do it?
Are you
No.
going to do it?
No,
Exactly.
no. I'd rather be chased than do the chasing.
It's not even chase. You rather be. I know what you mean, though.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like, you want
I'm
something.
gonna stay the girl role. I'm gonna maintain, and I'll wait.
Right, because you're a woman. And a man supposed to do that. I don't know what day and time we live in 2014.
I think that takes away a little something from the
Right,
man.
like you, the woman asking you, like, as a dude, you should be offended by it.
Michelle K says, no, I would never do that. A man needs to come correct and propose to me in the right way. My only caveat, and for the record, I agree with y'all.
Right.
Thank you.
I agree that, if you're in a situation, a new age relationship where a woman proposes to a man that works for that couple, then who are we to judge? Not,
Crazy.
mind your damn business. If you got a problem with what another couple did, it works for them. That is a
It ain't gonna work.
That's a you problem.
I'm gonna be my problem.
Okay, fine. It's a you problem. But as a general rule, I think that a man should court a woman. But I also think that if we're going to have certain defined gender roles, then there's going to be other defined gender roles. So when I start acting
Mannish.
manly and chauvinistic, I don't want to hear your shit. I just
Well,
don't.
nobody said you have to be manly and chauvinistic to propose to a woman, which is.
But
the
isn't
proper way to do
that if we're talking
It's a
about
gender role.
if we're talking about traditional gender roles,
That means
isn't
you
a
have to be
traditional
asked.
gender role for a man
If he
to
want to.
ask for a woman's hand? Isn't that a traditional gender role?
It is a traditional gender role for a man to ask for a
Yes.
woman's hand, but it's not traditional gender role to be an ass and mistreat her.
Nobody said anything about being an ass. That's you talking. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not.
But
you know.
just said that
Chauvinistic is a word that has a negative connotation, but if you look it up, it is based in gender roles. So if you take the
disagree with
negative connotation out of the word chauvinistic, if we're going to stick with gender roles, then there's certain gender roles.
What do you mean by chauvinistic?
Cook me some dinner and I don't want to have to ask for it.
Yes, sir.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, cool.
But you have some women in 2014
I ain't got to cook. You cook your own dinner.
cook your own dinner.
I'll cook dinner anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like cooking.
Cool.
For
Y'all-
myself.
So as
Y'all
long as we understanding each other on that point, then you ain't gonna get no beef from me.
What
Uh-huh.
kind of ring is she giving him? Or is she giving him?
I don't think
her
she had a
engagement
ring. I don't think that.
For the record, I think that situation is a little bit weird.
This chick got a ring.
I
Oh,
think
she
that's
got a
weird.
ring.
Is it her engagement ring?
Thirst. That's just thirst.
Personally, in my
you like a band?
opinion, I think that she's setting herself up for a fall
For a
somewhere
super
Yeah, that's
in the
like-
future.
Yeah.
But hey, if that works for them, I wish them well, and I hope they live together for a long time, and I hope that he don't piss her off where she has to take her ring back.
Feel the side.
Like, I hope that never happens. But all I'm saying is, I'm not one of those people that I like to publicize how I feel about gender roles in my house. Meaning taking a picture and putting it in social media showing that my lady proposed to me. Like, to me, that's a little bit much.
It's thirst.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
She
like,
put you-
you know, when I said a minute ago, you know, cook me dinner, you know, if I was a cooking person, then I would be the one cooking dinner. I'm
Right.
good at other stuff. I'm not good at cooking. I do what I'm good at.
Right.
You know, so
Really?
if I'm good at domestic, wow, that's not a word.
It's a good word, bro. It's a good word. It's fine.
If I'm good at, you know, at domestic things like, you know, cleaning the house
Right.
and cleaning the bathroom
Right.
and doing the laundry and things of those
Right.
sorts, those things are traditional gender roles that a woman would be the one responsible for those things. If we're looking at the old school type of gender role, I don't have no problem as a man doing those things because I'm good at it. One thing I'm not good at is cooking.
Right, we burned down the house.
Yeah, I ain't good at it.
Burning down.
See, Diva, you rolling your eyes. I want to know why you rolling your eyes right now.
No, I'm not rolling my eyes. I just feel like this. It sets up a tone. It sets up the whole dynamic of the marriage to have the woman propose to the man, and now he's in the feminine place of, you know what I'm saying?
You called it.
Joy said she wouldn't do it. Joy wouldn't propose.
Yeah, now he's in the feminine place of she gets to run things. And
I think the person that I think the person
has been uttered tonight.
No, I agree. I think the person who chooses the other is the one who is at that point in control of the relationship.
it's like the fish jumped out of the water to the fisherman.
On the line, and it's
Right,
supposed to
instead
be
of
you
being
cast
caught.
the line and you reel it in.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a great example.
Yeah, no, I got you. You know, you get some people who have an issue with that.
The chicks
and I
that
think
said it.
I think that it's ironic because when we look at this situation and you agree that this woman proposing to this man, this woman now is in control of the situation because you just said, you know, now he's the bitch or whatever it was that you just said.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you didn't say that, but that's kind of what you alluded to.
He's a girly man.
Right. But when a man proposes to a woman, is he not in control?
No, he ain't in control.
He
But
ain't
that's
in
kinda
control
what you
of
just
her,
said, though.
Wait
but
till you
he's
have
in
that-
control
But if she
of-
proposes to him, she's in control.
The wedding is
He's
all
He's
in
about
girly
control
man. He's girly man.
of the
All I'm doing is
relationship
throwing your words back
where
at
it's
you.
going.
Either one of them in control.
But my thing is, how do we even know if he wants this? You know, it's a whole crowd of
could've
people
told him
around.
no.
I mean, just like
It's
it's
a whole
it's
crowd
the same
around.
thing
He's
as
like,
You
if
could have
they
said
asked
no. Get your
us.
thought ass up.
Yeah.
It's
You
the
could've
same
said
thing
no.
as if
You
they
could've
ask
said
us.
no.
How do they know you're really gonna say yes?
Right.
Say no.
It's the same thing.
I'll be honest with you. I'd rather you say
He would look
no
more
in
like
front
a
of the.
heel.
It's just me. I'd rather male or female, regardless, whoever's proposing. If the person proposed to, I'd rather you embarrass me and say no in front of the world
Right.
than say yes and then we go
And take it
someplace
back.
and then take it back in a quiet moment. Like I personally would rather you embarrass me in front of everybody. That's just me.
Here's what's more telling about just the topic itself is that we have, as a people, as men and women, we've got to the point where we're even addressing the fact that it's okay or questioning maybe it's okay for a female to propose to a dude. Like, just for us to get that where in society is telling. Like, I don't know, you know, and I'm not a caveman. I'm not a knuckle dragging, you know, barefoot and pregnant, and you know, I'm the man, you the woman, do as I say type of dude. I'm not about that. But where are we to where in 2014 we come and we're even addressing the fact that a chick could propose to a dude? Like, that don't even fit in the matrix.
Well, Joy is saying a man got to step up cooking and cleaning, etc. My question to respond to that is, what's the woman doing?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that, please?
Joy just said if a man got to step up cooking and cleaning, etc. My question is, what's the woman doing?
She's probably working.
Women are probably doing everything in that house.
You-
Let's
should I-
just
should I
be
wear-
real
so
together.
But she said
what's stopping the dude
he's
from wearing a skirt?
cleaning.
But
What
the
is she
point,
doing?
I guess, and that's her
She
point.
might
But
be
my
working,
but
she
my
might be
response to
doing
that
things.
is that statement, you know, suggests that he's not doing anything,
Right, he's not
and I
doing
think
nothing.
that that's unfair. Because I think that you only get to make that statement if you got a situation where somebody ain't doing something. I
Right.
think the fact that we oftentimes assume the man ain't doing nothing is unfair. When you got a lot of brothers who ain't, but you can just look at Legacy and that radio. What brother in Legacy and that radio is deadbeat that don't do what he's supposed to do? Don't take care of his children. Don't take care of his house. Don't do what he's supposed to do. And so if we got a crew that is doing what we are supposed to do, right? Why are we to assume that brothers ain't doing what they? But that's where you lose.
We naturally supposed to assume that the brother.
Well, we've been brainwashed to assume that.
Yeah.
Why is it the norm that we assume the brothers ain't doing what they supposed to do?
That's a brainwashing.
When
type
you look
thing.
at this chick right here who proposed to this, I got a problem with that personally.
It's
Yeah.
just
Remember
weird.
that video I showed you when they were in the mall and the guy was asking the girl to marry him and she was trying to stop him, and then she took the instrument and smashed him over the head.
Oh, no,
because
I
he
don't
wouldn't
remember
stop. She didn't want to say nothing.
He should have smashed her right back with it.
He was like, "What?"
He should have smashed her back
Yeah.
right with it.
I want to know. I'll be honest with you. I'd be curious what's going on with the dynamics of the relationship that he never proposed to her. It got to the point where she had to propose to him.
Right, and that's basically what I said on the
might be the
blog.
pants wear.
And I was told I was being judgmental, and
I disagree
that I was
with whoever
assuming.
No, I disagree with whoever said that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should read.
Because if
Right.
it got to the point where you with somebody and you want to get married, like here's the part that trips me out. That's why I want you to get in here and respond to this one. Here's what trips me out when you watch these movies and all this type stuff, where the guy proposes to the woman and she's like, "Oh my God, he wants to marry me," and she's so shocked. And like, for real, like you didn't know that
You know
one
that
day he
shit
was gonna
was
say,
coming.
you ain't know he was gonna. I mean, who's with somebody and don't know that one day he's gonna say, "Let's get
There's a
married"? Like, what's that
difference.
shock? That shock is like, it's fake and fabricated to me.
There's a difference.
It's over the top.
And maybe this doesn't compare, but I'm going to try and do a comparison. You know someone is fatally ill, right? You know it. You know it's coming. But when it happens,
Can't
it's a
believe it.
different feeling. So
It's like scoring a touchdown.
that's the difference. You know?
Right. It's a total shock.
Yeah, it's like, you know.
Like he finally did it. Even if you thought he would one
That's the
day, he
setup.
finally did it now.
You mean you got that
That's
job?
the setup right
And
there.
this is one thing I want to add to this topic is it's nothing wrong with the woman bringing up marriage or you should have that conversation. Should be communicated.
Be quiet. Don't
Are
say
we
nothing.
Going to? Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
Don't,
What, you
don't have a
already married,
conversation
so?
about it.
Nah, not in these days and times. You to put him on notice. He out the door.
I mean, you can't even say, "Well, how do you feel about marriage?" One day.
He gonna lie.
Okay.
You put
I
pressure
think you
on.
should communicate. You know what your intent is in a relationship.
You
but-
should communicate what your intent is. The man gonna communicate it, and you gonna communicate it. And if it fit, it's gonna happen. If it don't fit, then you must have quit. Like the glove.
Oh,
I agree.
Dear.
If I want to be married in 2 years, I don't ever want to be married. This not gonna work.
Right, I
It's not
agree.
gonna-
It
it's
should
not
be
gonna
some
work.
discussion, but for her to go that far in front of a group of people in her little blue dress, bended knee,
She
that's too
played
much.
herself. She played herself.
I don't think she played herself.
She totally played herself.
If he said yes and they gonna get married,
Both
and have
of
a
them
good
played
great life,
themselves.
then I mean it is what it is. I think oftentimes
In
we
essence, you saying they play.
well we can have our opinions,
Right.
But once we have our opinions and say what we think, that should be the end of it. Like I think that we
They gonna
cannot-
get they just do.
yeah, I think that we do ourselves a disservice by judging them beyond stating our opinion and then moving on.
Can I say something about the judging? Everybody judge.
Well, yeah, we do.
Everybody.
But I mean, like
Don't
I'm
make it
sure,
right.
like I didn't see a lot of the blog. I saw when we was on the Love Revolution page, and I didn't see a lot of the comments on. But my guess is, I could be wrong. I'm wrong more times than I'm not. Hey, look, in baseball, if you're wrong 7 out of 10 times, you're a Hall of Famer,
It's,
or fail 7 out of 10 times. But I think that most people would think that she is wrong for doing that. But if it worked for them, and they go on to a great future and all that kind of stuff, then who are the rest of us to judge?
That means
I
that
mean,
Doesn't that make us
that means-
haters?
but that means that they
No,
have
I'm
set
not a hater
precedent,
at all.
though.
Let them do their thing. I just don't have much faith in that relationship.
Nah, that's
But it's,
precedent.
but it's not for you. It's not for you to worry about that.
But
I mean,
right,
it's
it's not
not,
for
but,
us to.
you know.
It's not for us to say that, but it has set a precedent.
You put it on Facebook. I mean, we're gonna say stuff.
Well,
And the
yeah,
precedent-
you-
and the
yeah, of
precedent
course, of
is to
course.
say for all you thirsty bras out there, if you got a dude and you want to put the pressure on the buzz pipes.
But you know
Do
what,
that.
though? I would be willing to suggest that maybe they already had a thing set up,
Something like that.
and that
They
what
just
she
super
did
progressive.
was something that was for public.
Right.
Public consumption. They may have already had it set up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know these people.
We don't know, but it just doesn't.
Well, I just think that once it's done, it's cool. We can have our opinions about it, but for us to assume that it ain't gonna work out because she's the one.
There's another broad proposal.
I think
That's
that
another one.
I think we do. I think we do a disservice by assuming that it ain't gonna work out just because of
She reached in. Hold on.
the role was flipped.
She reached into her boob.
In her bosom.
She reached into her titty to
Okay,
get the ring
so we can transition
to
from
propose
this
to.
one.
That's a thought move. If I ain't never seen one.
That's
I ain't got time for
I
all
just
that.
don't know.
ain't no
where
how
that
step
came
on Marcus J. Diva. What's your next one? What you got?
All right, my next one is another blog post someone posted, if your partner of a few months won, let's say $5,000, should they share some of their winnings, some of their money, or buy you something nice, or take you out, or do something special for you? What do you think? That's why.
When you say should they, are you saying does he have to or does she have to?
Don't have to, but is it a good move?
I wouldn't say it's a good move, or I wouldn't say it's a bad move. I say it depends on the individual, and it depends on how they feel about that person. If I feel like I won $5,000 and I want to spend $2,500 on you, then for whatever that reason is, I'll spend the $2,500 on you. If I feel like, no, I'm not going to spend it for whatever that reason is, then I don't have to. You know, so it's really just a thank you if I do.
Right.
It's not our money.
Right.
It's my money.
Does it say something about the relationship if they spend nothing?
Does it say anything? It shouldn't.
Okay.
I don't think it should.
What you think, Rizzy?
Yeah, no. I mean, a couple of months.
Well, let's say 6 months. Let's say 6 months.
She ain't even gonna know I got it. Hell no.
Okay.
That's my money. I won the lottery. You ain't even on this unless you gave me the number to win it.
You wouldn't take her to a nice dinner or something?
Hell no.
I got this after a few months.
Shit, it's people gotta pay bills. Yeah, depend. Like I agree with SY. Depending on how you feel about it. Like I done came out of pocket before, to my wife. Some flowers, or a nice gift, a getaway, or something like that. But that's because she's my wife. I love her. But if we're just dating for 6 months and I done came up on some loose shit, you don't even know. You don't even know I got that, Joe.
Right. I wouldn't say that they wouldn't know, but
I think you should keep it a secret if you're not gonna give them anything.
Why? It doesn't mean that I have to give it. I have to give it to you for
tell
any
you,
reason.
Once you let the significant other in your pocketbook like that, you setting a bad
it's like every time you get your income tax,
yeah,
now I got
you setting
my
a
hand
bad
out.
precedent.
Every time you get a bonus from work, now I got my
you don't
hand
want
out.
to do
It has
that.
nothing to do with it.
Unless that's your
gesture.
spouse, you don't want nobody you kicking it with like that for 6 months in your pockets like that. Otherwise, it becomes a pimp hole relationship.
Okay, on that note, Mr. Marcus J.
I need a donut.
That's real talk. Y'all don't want that real talk. I'm going to get it to you.
Is it a pimp hole situation?
Y'all check Wednesday show. Y'all are here.
I got you. I commented when I saw this in social media. I don't think that there's any obligation to do anything, but I think that if you're in a relationship with someone, regardless of how long it is, a day, a week, a month, a year, 20 years, if you care about someone, your natural instinct is to want to share with that person. Now, the level of sharing is defined by the level of caring, meaning it ain't got nothing to do with how long we've been together, because I know, of one of my closest friends met her husband and married him 7 days later, and 10 years later they still married.
Amen.
You know what I mean? I don't know if they like each other. They may or may not like each other. I know plenty of married people that don't like each other still married.
Right.
But they
Did
still
she propose to him?
No, they ain't happen like that.
As far as I know, they didn't.
I'm sure they ain't happen like that.
As far as I know, she didn't propose to him. But the point I'm making is, I think we do ourselves a disservice when we start assigning time frames on stuff. Oh, I've been with him 3 months. I should give him some now. Oh, I've been with him long enough. I can't give him none. If you want to give him some on first night. You know what I mean? If you want to wait a year, then wait a year. I mean, like when you start assigning time frames to stuff, I think that's when you start. That for me personally, that's where you lose me. You gotta go, because I guess I'm a passionate person. I'm a very passionate.
Feelings.
I'm a passionate person. I'm about feelings. I'm about how I feel. And if
good.
I feel you, and I'm with you, then there's no question that I'm gonna share with you. Now, does that mean I'm gonna break you off half? Hell no.
No, I wouldn't do
That's
that.
not what this question is asking me. But I think the prospect of me not sharing at all and walking away with you not even getting something, or me taking you out to eat, or taking you on a trip, or some kind of way me sharing with you to show you my appreciation for you, regardless of the money, because the truth is, whatever my means are will determine how much I share my means with you. So
They would go to Roof Chris or something.
No, 2 for $20, shorty.
2 for $20.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think Applebee's got a better steak than Ruth's Chris. That's just my personal opinion. So,
it's 2 for $20.
Yeah.
I've never been to Roof Chris. That's
me neither. I ain't trying to go there.
Get to work.
Because somebody tell me that a steak costs
Well,
$50,
Joseph.
I will go and butcher a cow myself.
Right. I've been to Roof Chris.
It ain't worth all that.
I almost
You
said
paying
that
for the
hell
ambiance. Next one.
All right. Another blog topic. Someone posted, does employment matter when dating someone new? So, like, let's say, for instance, you meet a guy or girl and they're working at McDonald's or Walmart or somewhere like that. Does it really matter when you first meet them, what kind of employment they have? That's why you're thinking over there, or does that mean you want to say something? What does that mean?
I think that's a tricky one.
That's a tricky
Ain't
one.
no
Okay,
trick.
Jay, what you think?
For a dude to a female, nah, it shouldn't matter because you supposed if you on your A game, you can't take on a woman and not put your best foot forward. Now you could, depending on if your clientele for females is the low rent ones and you at McDonald's, then shoot for that. If you got caviar taste, you better have caviar money. But don't step to no sister to try to get with her and put your best foot forward if you're not actually putting the whole package forward. If you at McDonald's and ain't nothing wrong with McDonald's, they need more workers' rights and more pay and all that. But if you working at McDonald's, you really ain't in no position to be taking nobody, honestly, in my opinion.
Right.
You're not in no position because you're not where you want to be unless that's your goal. Now, if you want to take out another McDonald's chick, a.k.a. a thought,
Oh, Lord. His
then
favorite word of the day.
by all means, but don't overshoot the moon by trying to upgrade and try to take out, somebody that's not on that level. You just
Right.
that's stupid because and that's just from a dude to a female point of view. And to flip it, females, yes, it should matter that you check out the guy's financial situation before you get with him, because that speaks to his responsibility level, his ability to provide for you and future kids if y'all have kids together.
Right.
Your financial stability. So
He just can't find
excuse me.
a job for whatever the reason.
No,
is.
there's no
what if he
excuse
was,
in
What if he was
2014?
laid off from Con Ed where he was
Bottom and
making
Bailey
mass
is always
money?
hiring elephant shit scoopers. They always hire.
What's the difference between using the scooper or working for
It don't matter. You do
McDonald's?
like I get your point, and I'm making a joke about I'm being facetious about it, but it's effort. It's the work ethic of a person or the spirit of the person that matters the most. If for females, if he's a bum and you don't see him, he's on. And I hate to use that, but I see a lot of. I knew
Right.
back in the day.
I know what you mean. No goals.
Yeah, no
ambition,
goals. He
that
on the
type of stuff.
Xbox,
Right.
crushing it all day, and on Facebook posting, and on Twitter and Instagram all day. And you went to you put on your shoes the same way he could put on his shoes.
Right.
And you went to work
Go to
and
work.
he didn't.
Right.
So
That's a problem.
that's a problem. No sister should be trying to work with a man in that manner. Now, a man me myself, well, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't do that. You got to be on some type of level to where either you add to my equation, or you gonna or I won't say bring me up, but you gonna add to my equation. I'll just put it that way.
Right.
I'll just leave it at that.
And I mean, to answer what you said.
And
that's why
anyway,
I
I'm sorry.
think-
Hold on. Cook and clean, wash them dishes. That's adding to the equation. You gotta put that in there. That's adding to the equation.
Okay. What to add to what you were saying? That's why I think that if he has some kind of ambition and goals, and he's gonna do something, maybe he's gonna start a business, or he has put in multiple applications and resumes. That's something where you can kind of take the
work
relationship
a little
slow
bit and see where it
work and
goes.
see where it goes. you
Friend
know?
zone that
2
fool.
years, 2 years later, he's still trying to.
I wouldn't even get
Do
to 2
something?
years if he can't get out of it. He won't do
Friend zone that
years.
fool.
What you think, Marcus?
They y'all tripping.
We tripping.
Yeah.
How?
Because you keep saying he. What if she ain't got no job?
It's not the.
Well,
Can't-
if,
But we discussed
well,
it back and forth.
Yeah, he did.
I'm
he did
picking
mention
on
that.
exactly what the diva just led her
You just
last
mad
time.
because I took your sock.
Oh, okay, about that. Nah, because I've never met a person in my life in 40 years that could out prank me.
Oh,
Because
so
I'm
you got what? Look,
because I'm
so
the
what he
most
said,
because I'm the most patient person I know. So you
got
got
one.
that.
I don't know when it's gonna drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got one for
And,
you.
and also,
Okay.
And also, did you notice that I never got mad?
Yeah, that's scary.
I don't
It
know.
should be.
I don't know.
It should be.
He had a little stone face.
It
when
should
he
be
walked
mad.
out of there.
You should be scared.
He's a
But
little
but
twisted.
but to answer your question, these questions sometimes I don't like to make them about gender.
Right.
When we just say he, because the truth of the matter is, a person's job does not define them.
No.
A person's
does
job
not.
should never define them. It should always be about the character and the work ethic about a person.
Exactly.
I know people personally who have come upon hard times, who have the education and the wherewithal and the mental capacity to have great jobs, but the job market and the situation of their life didn't allow them to do that, and going to working at Walmart and Target was beneath them. Guess what?
They work at Walmart.
Guess what? Your ass ain't got no money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your ass ain't got no money because working at Walmart and Target was beneath you.
No. You
That's a
got-
person.
right,
That's
right.
a person who I got a problem with.
Yeah.
You
You
got
know what I
to
mean?
show.
But if you meet a guy, and I'm speaking to the single ladies who are listening right now, if you meet a guy who happens to work at Target overnight as a stock guy, and he comes to you as that guy, and you judge him based upon that without investigating further as to what his situation is and why he's doing that, you just blocked your blessing.
No, you didn't.
Because you may be turning away a guy who
A good
has
guy.
several degrees because circumstances kept him from being able to do what his degrees suggest that he should be doing. We all know that person that lost their job. I was that person that lost
We
his
all
job.
have. We all have.
I've been laid off like 4 times.
when
Yeah,
Mrs. J, and I never talked about this publicly. Y'all might know this story, but Mrs. J was 8 months pregnant. I lost my job. When
If
Mama
I-
J was on her way. You know what I mean? And this man right here,
Don't speak on me.
this man right here,
Don't speak on me. I ain't
Jay
doing that.
Grizzy.
I just say, hey, holla at me.
this man Jay Grizzy right here, when we were at a party, and I won't say what kind of party, but he knows what kind of party he was
Yeah.
at, and I didn't cry in my beer. I just happened to just be talking, and you know what he said to me? He said, "Come to work with me on Monday."
Yeah, holla at me.
And he come to work with me on Monday, and that's how I got back on my feet.
Right.
And so you don't know, ladies, fellas,
Right,
if you
right.
dealing with someone who may have just fell down for a minute, and next thing you know, all they need is that next step or that conversation with a brother or a
Right.
sister that can help them get to the next step. So you go around, block your blessing if you want to.
No, I agree with you, but I think there should be some kind of limit on that, though. I'm not going to
I
keep
agree
on
with-
waiting.
That's the two
You know what I'm
parts.
Well, if
saying?
you're talking about
For
keep
you to
on
get
waiting, that's
yourself
different.
together.
But if you with somebody and you can see them making the effort,
Yeah.
Yeah, if
and
you're
you,
making an effort.
if you can see them making, ain't nobody saying sit around be with somebody that's a broke ass dude, a broke ass chick who ain't trying.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
think
it-
that, I
and it
think that
goes
y'all.
both ways
Well,
for
of
women,
course,
too.
that's why I said
Yes.
broke ass dude and a broke ass chick. You've been around me long enough to know that I am very gender friendly. It don't matter if you a dude, if you a woman. If you a dumbass, you a dumbass.
You
It don't
got
matter
two
what your
parts.
gender is. You can be provoked.
You can have two parts.
804-402-2893 is the number to dial. Thank you, everybody that's listening to us on YouTube and our replays. Thank you to the Love Revolution folks who are joining in. We see y'all out there listening to us. Everybody that's listening on MixLR and TuneIn. special thanks to all of the fans that we got out on the West Coast. We know we got some folks listening to us out there. The first time listening, we appreciate that.
Hey.
Shout out to our folks here in the Richmond, Virginia area, the folks that's listening to us in the Atlanta area, and in my hometown, Jersey City, New Jersey, and where SY comes from, somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Philly.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania. He don't have Steppin Marcus,
New York,
J.
New Jersey.
Diva, what you got? See, what you got, Diva?
All right, I have another trending topic from Love Revolution blog. Should you follow a new love to another state? Someone posted something from MadameNoir.com, and it's basically a letter of a young woman writing to some kind of I guess expert, male relationship expert, and she's asking, about my man that I've been with for a year or so. He moved suddenly to Texas for whatever reason, and I'm crying to him. I miss him. I love him. I want to come out there to him.
Stop
He's
crying.
telling me to move on. It's okay. You'll find someone new. But she still wants to know if she should move out to Texas to be with him.
Yo.
So
Something's
who has
wrong
an
with
opinion
her.
about
You
this?
wanna go
That's
first,
why-
Si?
Something's wrong with her.
Yeah.
She already heard him say no. It's
She
over.
ain't hear that.
And
Basically.
she's not listening.
She thirsty.
She heard it and she is not listening.
She thirsty.
And not only will she get her feelings hurt when she goes down there, if she goes down there,
Catch him on the down.
on her way back, she's not gonna have anything.
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
she might want to pay attention and leave him alone.
Here's
Let
a
him
bigger
go ahead
question.
and do what he's doing. Go ahead and find whomever or whatever.
Right.
Just leave it alone.
The bigger question to that is why is she pining over somebody after they done told her the truth?
Right.
Like, and it's just not her.
That's like
It's
the
a
whole-
whole bunch of women, black, white, Hispanic. There's a whole bunch of women that are caught up with people that, especially with men, that are just said. Trust me, a man's man is gonna say what he means,
Right.
and it ain't no wiggle room in
Can't
it. You can't
misunderstand.
parse the letters, the hyphens, the commas, the semicolons. If he said, "Girl, go on about your business, I gotta go," that's exactly what he meant. Now you might take it like, "Oh, it's so harsh," and women softy, it's so harsh. You couldn't. Why you had to deliver it to me that way? That's the best way a man can tell you, so you can cleanly understand what he's saying.
Right.
I don't.
Well, he probably said it in a really nice way, and maybe
He should have said
thought
it
was
harsher.
Wiggle
She gonna
room.
go down there.
Yeah,
with
he
an
should have said it
engagement ring
harsher.
and propose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
she
should
gonna
have
get
said
down
it
on her
harsher.
knee and propose in Texas.
I'm a
Some
big
other chick gonna be in the back room.
I'm a big proponent of men just saying, "Look here, this is what it is." Now, once it leaves his mouth, how you, the opposite sex, the female, the person receiving it, how you take it and try to dilute it and try to parse
Well,
it.
maybe
Yeah.
he's trying to find himself.
I done did my job. I did my due diligence. I done let you know what it is. It's on you at that point. It's on you at that point. And the man has no other responsibility to it. And to be fair, the vice versa. If a woman was to say to a dude, "Look, I'm going to what he went to? Texas."
He went to Texas.
If a chick said, "Look here, boy, I'm going to Texas," it is not gonna happen. The dude should take that one, if she's a woman of her word, to take those words. Don't try to break down the syllables, try to make it a haiku or nothing like that.
Right.
Just take it and
We're emotional creatures, so we're so emotional, we're so in love, and we're thinking,
Stop it.
well, maybe,
Listen,
Stop it.
I could
maybe
be
he
as
loves me,
emotional
but he's scared.
Let Mark speak on that because he giving you the face.
When
He
you
giving you
tell
the face.
that
Stop it. Stop it.
As
Like
emotional as I
how
want to be, I know what the word
Right.
"no"
say that for like my
Oh,
kids.
okay? I know I don't want to be bothered with you when I hear it.
Right.
That's
So,
something that
It
like,
takes some maturity,
You know.
though.
Yeah, that's
Go
something
home
like
and
kids
cry
do.
about it if that's what you got to do. But when you hear "no," you put your big girl drawers on
keep it
and you
moving.
walk out.
Stomp that shit
That's
right
it.
on out.
Marcus J.
Nah, I just think this. I mean, y'all said it. There's not much that I can add to it. It's just, if somebody tells you how they feel, then you got to roll with what they telling you.
They don't want to be
You
bothered.
know the
Hey,
truth.
for
You
the
know the
folks
truth.
that's
Of
listening-
it. Oh, hold up, Chris. The truth of the matter is when people tell you or show you who, I gotta believe them. If somebody tells you, I love you, and then they show you I love you, then you got to believe that they love you.
Amen.
If somebody tells you they love you and then they show you something different, then you got to believe that. If somebody is just not verbally competent, but then their actions show you that they love you, you got to be smart enough and wise enough to be able to interpret what you see. That's part of being a grown-up. But Diva, I'm going to take you to task, because if as a man I have to accept I'm emotional, then there's certain things about me as a man that you're going to have to accept. And so, you know, that's about fairness. And I think that if we are going to be fair and have a fair interaction, then we need to be cognizant of that, and we need to be fair with each other and know as a man, okay, you're sensitive, and so I need to treat you as such.
Right.
And you need to understand as a man, there's certain areas that I may be insensitive, and you shouldn't take it quite as personally as you naturally would. Because if I have to accept, you know, certain nuances about you, then you got to accept certain nuances about
Marcus, we have to accept what the chicks give us, the men, and the men have to just take it.
Just take it.
Just take it with no grace.
You out your damn mind. Because I'm not built that way.
Me neither, brother.
I'm not built that way.
That's how
and that is very quickly going to become a you problem.
Right. That's how some women think. Like, look, this is, you know what?
She's not going to be happy dealing with me.
No, the Diva Diaries, what you're just these subjects, they're all female empowering type of things. Like, what it does is it supports, and I think it's because you're a sister who is speaking from a sister's perspective. They need to have a brother.
All I did was pull topics from the last topics on my Love Revolution blog.
No, I'm not.
That's all I did.
There's nothing wrong with that. I honestly like the Diva Diaries. What I'm saying is, and what Mark was speaking to a little bit, is that there is advocacy from the female point of view. Men don't need advocates. You know why? Because we say what we mean, and we mean what we say. I ain't got time for that.
Anybody got time for that?
While we still talking. If I said I ain't got time for that, what is there a discussion for? Oh, what you got to hear? What they want? No, I don't.
Well, I mean, I think that it's fair to understand that women are different than men, and men are different than women. I think oftentimes where we run into a problem as a man, we don't allow a woman to just be a woman. And
be too busy trying to be a dude.
No, that's not fair. I think oftentimes that's not fair, because oftentimes a woman doesn't allow a man to be a man, and a woman doesn't, a man doesn't allow a woman to be a woman. We need to be fair with each other, and I don't think that we do that enough.
Right.
No, I think we get caught up, and I'm guilty of this. I'm selfish. I think most of us are selfish. I think most of us want what we want, and we want to do what we want to do, and we want to be what we want to be, without taking the time to worry about what someone else is thinking and what someone else is feeling. And as a dude, you don't care what your homeboy is thinking, because he's a dude. All you have to do is tell him.
Right.
Hell no. And that's the end of it.
Right.
And ladies, I don't know how y'all interact with each other. I just know y'all call each other bitches a lot. That's all I know.
I don't do that.
That's all I know.
Yeah, that's
but seriously, we just, I think that we don't treat each other as well as we should. And I think that's a lot of why we have so much discourse. Male versus female, female versus male.
I cannot disagree.
And I think that
you.
y'all provoke us a lot. That's why we beat y'all up.
Yeah, right. And we're not provoked.
I'm just messing with you.
That's why people need to come out to the Love Revolution.
I'm just messing with you.
On every third Friday or Saturday.
You ain't want no big spectacle. I'm telling you.
We need a big spectacle so we can fix this.
You can fill up the funny bone. I mean,
Did you just give them money for free?
I didn't say which funny bone.
Oh, okay.
But we need a forum where we can talk about things like this so we can understand each other better and, do better with our relationships, because otherwise it's just going to keep doing this.
No, I agree. I agree. Which is the reason why Legacy Internet Radio and the Love Revolution has a lifelong partnership with each other where lifelong, yeah. Lifelong partnership with each other where, you know, we come to the Love Revolution forums and the Dating Pool Diva comes to Legacy and that radio, not just this show, but, you know, whatever show that she may find herself on. And we talk about this. I'm committed. Diva's committed. The crew is committed. Because the truth is, relationships, male versus female, we don't like each other, but we should. You know, we're
like
selfish with each other, but we shouldn't be.
I love my woman.
Yeah, okay, well, fair enough.
Y'all get on my nerves, but I love them.
Same here, but I love my woman. I would trade her in for anything.
Nothing?
Nothing.
No Timbs?
No Timbs.
No Jordans?
No Jordans. I just bought a pair.
Not the new Xbox?
I bought a pair of Mellows.
You want to trade for a new Xbox?
Nah.
Nah, new Xbox sucks.
Nah.
For real?
She
Not the Samsung S5?
We like Siamese twins at this point.
For
We
real.
done got past that.
Not a lifelong subscription for free DirecTV? Nothing? I gotta think about that one. I gotta think about that one too. Like, damn. Like, how much do I love this?
That's not a bill. So yeah.
I mean, hey, how about a lifelong subscription to the Sunday NFL ticket?
Yeah, that's not a bill. So yeah, that's gonna be debatable.
I'm not sure. I mean, like, hey, look, if somebody told you that your team could win the NFL, the Super Bowl, the NBA championship, and the World Series, all three of your teams for the next 10 years in a row, I don't know, yo. I don't know. I'm not sure.
We're like, look, sign this contract right here. I'll holler back in 10 years.
10 years, I'm not sure.
Right
Like,
now, it's as good as it's going to get.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. Hey, look,
hit me with that one.
it's not politically correct. It's one of those conversations we might have to have off the air. Be like, look, I'm going to holler at you in 10 years.
For
Don't
real,
be mad. Don't be mad. But
what you got? Because I got to roll out.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know.
Can I plug my show before I leave?
Sure.
No?
Absolutely, man.
Oh, okay. Thank you. First of all, I'm going to tip my cap.
Tip your cap.
Marcus J. I'm about to call your government.
That.
No, not you.
Oh.
I was putting the first syllable. Charisma, S.Y. Butler, thank y'all for having me come through.
Thank you for coming.
And share my quirky and crazy thoughts here. I would love to stay for the rest of the Divas Diary, but I got to mosey on.
Well, get your own ass on out. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, the Dating Pool Diva is going to finish up the Diva Diaries. We about to kick Jay Grizzly the hell on out of here.
Kick me out, and I'll be back here on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So whenever we finish, me and comedian Leslie P. Appreciate y'all.
You know, hashtag Marcus J for Jay Grizzly, the Dating Pool Diva, and my co-host, that's why Butler. I'm Marcus J. Ain't no hashtag Marcus J. Be back in a few minutes.